everyone, Maz here with the UMDCS department, and today we're going to be talking about SCP, which is a way to securely transfer files between computers. So we looked at a use case where we want to SSH into a computer and remotely control it, so remotely type commands. But what happens if we want to move files to and from that remote computer? That's what SCP is used for. So we're going to look at two cases today. One where we transfer a file to a remote computer, and then one where we transfer a file from a remote computer. So let's get right into it. So what I have set up here is one local directory with just a bunch of files that we can move to the remote server and then back. And then in another directory, what we're going to do is SSH into our server so we can kind of monitor what's happening and make sure that the files are actually showing up. So I'm going to SSH into UCO. And again, UCO is a server that UMDCS students have access to. So if I do this, I can type in my password, and we're here, and I have a demo directory set up. So you can see right now that there's nothing in demo, but what we're going to do is put things in. So if we go back to our local directory, the way we use SCP is we type SCP, and then whatever our file is that we want to move from our local computer, and then our username at, I don't know why my keyboard is lagging, but yes, and then so you type your username at the server, so just like you're going to SSH in, and then you put a colon after, and then you put whatever directory you want it to go into. So in our case, we want it to go into demo, and then you hit enter, and it'll ask you for your password. And when you enter your password, it'll send the file. And now if we go back to our SSH terminal and we type ls again, you can see that hello world showed up. So we can do the same thing with directories as well. So let's say that we want to copy this public directory right here. Same sort of procedure, except now we need the -r flag, so it's just like when you're using the normal copy command. So models, or wait, I said public, and then UCO, and again my password, and it'll show progress, it'll show kind of all that. But if I go to our terminal now, you can see public is here. If I ls public, everything's in there. So that's how you transfer things from your local computer to the remote computer. Now let's look at the other way, where we're trying to transfer things off the remote computer onto our local computer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back one directory where we just have these two directories, and then we're going to transfer the files that we just transferred to the remote computer back onto our computer into this directory. So again, we type SCP, and then now we want to put the remote file first because that's the source, and then our destination is just our local directory. So I'll type my username at uco.d.umn.edu, and then I'll put the colon, and then the tilde, and then demo/hello world.txt, just to move the file back. And then I just want to move it into my current directory, so that's what the dot refers to. So that's the directory on my local computer. Then I hit enter, it asks for the password again, and then I can't type today, but yeah, so now you see that the file is here, and we can do the same thing for the public directory. So all we need to do is change this to public, and I'm just editing the command because it will take less time. And then again, we need the -r flag because we're copying a directory. And if I do this, now you see the same sort of progress thing comes up. If I type ls, now public is back on here. So that's pretty much it for SCP. Just one other thing that's kind of cool that I'm not going to show, but that you should be aware of, is that you can actually SCP between two different remote computers. So I could do SCP user at remote1 : whatever file, and then I could transfer that to user at remote2 : file. So it doesn't necessarily have to be just from and to your local. This is how you transfer files between any two computers remotely. So that's it for the video. Hope you guys learned something, and we'll see you on the next one.